Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back
Hi.
to a new
Whoa.
episode of Far Off Films. And today, we're joined by me and Lucas Films, and yeah, I don't know, nothing new to say, I guess.
It's me, Timmy from Tim
Oh
Jong-un
yeah,
Productions. I'm back, to quote John Wick. So I did both.
Yeah.
wow, good thing you did
I'm
the quoting.
Jeanne Dielman from the channel The Walrus Man.
Ooh,
Nice.
Overcooked my potatoes.
The
damn,
real, the real drama. So
yeah, the
The most
real
dramatic
tragedies
moment
of the
in any
world.
film.
yeah, they should remake Jeanne Dielman as a Darman movie. I think it
No.
would be hilarious.
That would be
Widowed,
pretty great.
widowed mother cooks potatoes and cleans. What happens next is shocking, or some shit like that.
I wanna upload a video to my channel just being like Oblivion NPC freaks out funny moments, and it's just clips from Jeanne Dielman.
Honestly, if you just because I really liked your David Lynch gaming fucking Minecraft
Oh
video,
my
whatever the fuck it
god.
was
Oh,
called.
that was yeah.
If you did like a reaction, like those like reaction videos that are just super popular for some fucking reason,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I know.
you could just be like, it's me, David Lynch, and I'm watching this
David
movie.
Lynch.
Yeah, Jean Dielman.
Probably loved it. Probably loved Jeanne Dielman.
Yeah, unironically, he probably does. So,
I thought Dogtooth was a comedy movie, so I don't know.
I
Did he?
mean, in
Yeah,
some
he said
I
that.
mean,
kind
there
of is.
He
it
said like,
is. It is
Yeah,
kind
it
of
kind
I
of
mean, yeah,
funny.
I suppose, but
Yeah, like
I mean, can you call a lot of Lanthimos movies
all of
kind
them
of
are
comedies, but
kind
not
of
really?
comedies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dark
yeah.
comedy. I mean, Dogtooth, I don't think is a comedy for me, at least.
The Lobster is kind of a comedy, you know,
I mean, The
like
Monster is a
Favorite,
the
comedy,
fa-
and The
yeah, the
definitely.
Favorite's a
favorite is a
comedy, but
comedy. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I don't think Dogtooth is one though.
I think
yeah, that would be calling like
I think Dogtooth
you know
is
what?
funny. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a kind of a weird one though.
I
That'd be
mean,
like
perhaps
saying
morbidly funny, but like,
Well, it's just like surreal, and there is like kind of comedic moments in it.
it is true.
mhm.
For me at least.
I just want to imagine that like David Lynch like saw back to back like Dogtooth, but then he also saw like Ted 2 directed by Seth MacFarlane, and he's like both equally comedic masterpieces or some shit. So
Wow.
Yeah, he
because
saw
Paul Thomas
Million Ways to
Anderson,
Die in the West.
yeah, because Paul Thomas Anderson considers Ted to be one of his favorite movies of the 2010s or some shit, and I'm like, okay,
Oh
good on
Wait,
you.
wow.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Forgot he thought that. I didn't even know
Listen,
that,
Paul Thomas
actually.
Anderson
What
has
the
some
hell?
very strange film takes.
yeah, he really loved Venom, like Venom 2, like unironically, like good on him, you know, because someone asked him about like I think it was during the promo for the little boy love story movie, whatever it was called. What
What?
the
Licorice
fuck?
Pizza.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Licorice Pizza. Someone asked him about superhero movies. He was like, "Oh hell yeah, like Venom 2, that was so much fun," or some shit like that. And I was like, "What? What a face take."
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't his favorite film of last year one of that Ron Howard cave diving movie that was just
Was
like
it
The Rescue, but like more
more
boring.
boring? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
yeah, we talked about that.
Talked about that
Yeah,
film in one of our first
yeah.
episodes.
13
Reference.
lives.
13
Yeah,
Lives.
so yeah, some directors I really like. You know, sometimes I just like. I guess I kind of like because Quentin Tarantino, like I mentioned, was his favorite movie of last year was Top Gun Maverick, which like makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, dude, there were like I can name like 10 other
Really?
movies that were better than Top Gun Maverick, you know? So
It's probably because he's like Oh, this is a love letter to the art form of entertainment in movies or some shit.
Sure, I guess so.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if he likes
I mean,
it.
I mean, it kind of is like a
Yeah, I mean,
a love letter to old kind of
Yeah,
action
and he loves
entertainment
Tony
movies.
Scott movies as well, so
Yeah.
like that also makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, but the moral of the story is our favorite directors have shit takes in movies or something. I don't know. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's true. Even like Stanley Kubrick, I don't remember where I saw this. I was like, yeah,
maybe
like
we just have the shit takes.
yeah, maybe we have
Yeah.
the shit takes because I
Like,
remember Stanley
think
Kubrick was
about it
like,
like
yeah, one of my
that.
favorite. He was like, yeah, I hate The Wizard of Oz or some shit, but I love White Men Can't Jump, starring Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, and I'm like, based. That's kind of dig. I only saw
Yeah.
the movie because he said he loved it, so just wanted to see what all the fuss was about. So
I
yeah,
mean, I guess that it just proves that, like, you can just like whatever and still be able to create like great things. Like, who cares what you
Yeah.
enjoy? Who cares what you are a fan of? Like,
but I guess like here's a question. So like let's take like one of our like favorite let's say like Luca Guadagnino or whatever. Like what if he said, "Yeah, I think Jack and Jill is like one of the best comedies of the past like 20 years or something." Like what would your reaction to something
I
like that
mean,
be?
as like, I would personally disagree, but he is like a creator. He's made movies. Like, he's been in the
Okay.
industry. Like, we're just fucking assholes who sit in front of a screen
We just sit on our podcast.
and like
Yeah,
talk shit. But like, I think there's definitely a like more context that like needs to be unraveled when you yourself are like there and create things and like make
that's
your own
fair.
things. Like, you start to
Yeah.
Yeah.
appreciate things more. You start to understand like the
Oh.
hardships and everything of
Yeah,
actually making a film.
as far as art and like content create, we're like doing like the bare minimum. Like Luca
Yeah.
Guadagnino is shooting for the stars,
Yeah,
So
exactly. Like,
yeah,
What's
yeah.
funny? I just looked up Luca Guadagnino's favorite movies. And one of them is Jeanne Dielman.
oh,
Oh,
What a
nice.
coincidence!
hey,
So
what
all
are
kind of
what are the
wraps
other
back
ones?
together.
What are the other ones?
Last Tango in Paris. A lot of Roberto Rossellini and
Yeah.
Bernardo Guglielmucci.
Oh, there's a
Hmm.
top 10 here. There's a top 10. I wonder if he did a sight and sound thing.
I think he did,
Probably.
from what I remember.
Yeah, I think so
Hmm.
too. Yeah.
Mm.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Hell
Jack
yeah,
and Jill's
yeah.
not on the list, so, we're safe there.
Yeah.
I really want that. I really want like some prestige director to just go, yeah, Grown Ups 2, one of my favorite movies of all time. Like I just
I've
want.
One of Sofia Coppola's favorite films. Like, her favorite films are listed as like Bicycle Thieves and like a bunch of old other shit. But then one of them is just like a Matt Reeves like vampire movie called like Let the Right One In,
Oh,
which from my
the
under
shitty
which from
remake he did.
my
Yeah,
understanding is good, but like is not like
I mean,
one of the
hey.
great films of all time
no, but
alongside
it's a
like Bicycle
remake
Thieves.
though, right? So like already you're just
Oh
kind of
really?
like, what? Yeah, because like there's an original European film version. I don't remember what it's called, and then like he did the shitty American remake. So, uh,
Are you sure you're
yeah,
not
that's a.
confusing it about The Last House on the Left or whatever it's called? Or
I
I
don't
have
think
I have no
I'm.
idea.
I don't know. Yeah, I
oh
don't know
wait,
what
no,
I'm
yeah,
talking
no, there
about.
is a remake of
Yeah,
um yeah, I think.
I always thought he did the American. I always that it's already American. I was gonna say I always thought he did the remake of Carrie, but then I realized someone else made that, so I was just confusing both.
Uh,
So yeah, um, but yeah, what I don't know what the moral of the story is. Just I don't know. Have taste. Have
Yeah.
be
moral
confident
of the
about your.
story is just
Sure,
let
I'm sure
people.
people will make fun of me in future for my love of Titanic or something, but
No, but
that's
Titanic
my
is an
like hot
actual
take.
good movie, though.
Moral of the story is
Yeah,
just
that's
let
true.
people fucking like whatever they like and who cares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
the what all my picks are normie picks. They're
Um,
awesome movies.
yeah,
you could
but they
argue
are
all of our
normie
picks are
picks,
normie
so
picks, yeah. So at a
All
certain
right, are we
point, when does
doing?
something become so indie that it becomes normie, that it like wraps itself back to being normie? Like, I don't know, what's the best way to, yeah, I don't know
The
what I'm
tail,
talking
I think.
about. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway,
All right,
what shit has
movie
happened this
news.
time? Yeah, I guess. Let's make this quick because we got
Uh,
like some movies to talk
yeah,
about.
I'll
Yeah.
only mention this briefly. I think we've all heard about this at this point. Is that there's a live action Moana being made.
ooh.
It's
Yay!
Moana
Wow.
in The Rock Johnson because Black Adam failed so hard.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is purely an ego move. Like I I I might not know much about anything, but when I saw Dwayne's stupid face on the trailer, not even like a concept image or concept art or just like anything relating to Moana, just Dwayne's stupid dumb face on the thumbnail of that Disney video, I was like, "Oh fuck you, Rock! Like seriously, like you're
He brought
that
his daughters in to just emotionally manipulate as well.
yeah, it's like you're this upset about the fact that Black Adam like not only bombed, but everyone made you out like a fucking asshole for like essentially fucking up like what would have been the DC universe of before James Gunn took over and shit. You know, like fuck off. Like you're such a fucking asshole. And like like him like, "Hey kids, like remember Moana? Well, I'm bringing it back and I'm going to play Maui." It's like didn't like didn't you accuse like Vin Diesel of doing the same shit like over Instagram when you tried to like guilt trip him into like coming back into Fast and Furious or whatever? So what? Like you took a page out of Vin Diesel's fucking book or some shit? You fucking asshole! Like Christ. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
second I saw
yeah.
his face in that announcement, I was like, okay, this is him doing it. This ain't Disney
Well, it was
because
bound to
it's been
happen eventually, but the fact that it happened
yeah, but
so
not this
soon,
quickly.
yeah, the fact that it happened so
Only it's
quickly,
only been like 6 years since Moana
yeah.
came out.
Moana's not even 10 years
yeah,
old. Like what the fuck?
The whole
yeah,
point of like these Disney remakes is to like because it's nostalgia, obviously, because like parents who saw The Lion King back in like when it came out can now take their kids to see this modernized version of it.
Yeah, but what
The
parent is gonna
yeah,
have
what
fucking nostalgia for Moana when it didn't even come out
at
that
least
long
not
ago?
yet.
Yeah, like
yeah.
out of all the
Way I bet
Disney
it's gonna
remakes,
pan out is like when the parents are showing their kids Moana in the future, they go, "You watch the animated version. You don't watch the shitty live action version. Don't watch that one."
yeah, this is the first time that these grown ass adults can go, "Oh, I finally understand Timmy's point about how shitty live action anime adaptations are. It's because of this bullshit, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like because like the other Disney live action adaptations that are happening, like they're dumb as fuck, and I hate that they're happening, but they at least kind of make sense because they're so fucking old. You know, like David Lowery's doing his like Peter Pan movie, and
Ugh.
they're making TikTok Hercules, and like they're making political The Little Mermaid because mermaids can't be black or some or whatever. But like these all make sense because they're old as fuck. They're based on animated movies that are like super old that came out like at least the earliest around the 80s. Like, and like Disney lies through their teeth when they say, "Oh, we just want to introduce like these like characters and properties to a new generation." That's a fucking lie. But at least that like you can pass that off as like a reasonable justification. I don't know what reasonable justification you can pull out of your ass to make this excuse of like making a live action Moana movie. Like you know what I mean? This is dumb as fuck. I hate all of this. So
Yeah. No, it's just really stupid, and it's like,
Yeah, I'm so glad it's just been. I haven't seen anyone, even people who usually like jack off Disney, have just acknowledged like this is just a bad idea. Like this doesn't sound good.
and I found it funny because this came out the around the exact same time when HBO Max announced that they were going to be remaking all of the Harry Potter books as shows, with like each season being based
Oh
off of a
yeah,
book. I'm like, what? Did you guys coordinate this shit or something? Like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
Yeah, no, that's
yeah. It's
fucking
just like
stupid.
yeah, it's
there's so
like,
many remakes now. Like apparently, I heard the other day, like Robert Downey Jr.'s like starring in a
yeah,
remake of like Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo and like
yeah,
some
because
other
nothing is
stuff.
fucking
And
sacred anymore. Yeah, because
yeah,
are we really this creatively bankrupt? Like, do we really not have any other ideas?
The
Like,
only
really?
person that
yeah. Now
should
Michael
be
Michael Mann as well is creating like Heat 2, like a
Makes
film from
sense.
fucking 1996, and
Yeah, but
he
that's like
even
a
he's fallen victim to this.
Yeah, but that's like a passion for him, you know? Like there's a difference between
That is
something like
true.
that. Yeah, there's a difference between something like that and like James Cameron making like 5 Avatar movies or whatever. Like there's a difference between that because those are things they genuinely want to make. This is like, no one wants this. No one wants a fucking Moana remake or Harry Potter as a TV. Like no one fucking wants this except like the studios that are making it because money. Like that's it. I don't know who else wants this. So
Yeah, I just already imagining just how bad it's gonna look when like the Tamatoa starts like singing the Shiny
he's not
song
gonna
in
be
like
in the
live action
movie.
form.
They won't fucking they'll like wimp out. They won't have him in the
I don't know,
movie.
but
and
like
also
those
Dwayne
the
doesn't
songs
like
that are
putting
so a part of like Moana
I know, but
that
they're not
no,
gonna
but
put a
everyone knows the
giant
Shiny.
CGI crab in the movie. They won't
Yeah, no, but it's still gonna
like
look bad. Like
yeah, it's gonna look like horrible as shit. And also, you need to keep in mind that
I wasn't
Dwayne's
expecting
ego
like
is
a
so.
giant ass puppet or
And also,
something.
you have to keep in mind that Dwayne's ego is so fucking huge and fragile that like he has in his contract that he can only be hit so many times. So they're not going to include a scene where he gets like humiliated or beaten up by a giant crab. That's like fragile to his ego, you know. So
yeah, it's just not gonna be in the movie. Like
yeah, and apparently the actress who voiced Moana is also coming back as the main character. So like, what the fuck is even the point of any of this shit?
it's like do you not want to preserve your character, you know, like
Nah,
the sense of
Yeah,
like I
nah,
don't
just
know.
fuck that.
Yeah.
yeah, fuck that. Who cares? We're gonna make money, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Hopefully,
How is Dwayne Johnson like realistically gonna pull off the look of this character?
it
It's
doesn't
gonna look
fucking matter. It
it's
really
gonna look
does
so
not matter.
awful.
Yeah, but it
yeah.
really does not matter. Like the only thing that I'll be somewhat curious about with this movie is like which director is gonna like sell out to make this movie. Like, are they gonna hire like Taika Waititi or some shit to make this movie? Like, I wouldn't give it past him. So you know, but
Yeah.
so
What if it's like some super auteur director like Gaspar Noé? They bring him in.
if it was Gas or Noir, I would genuinely be.
Yeah, then I'm
I would
actually
watch the
looking
movie
forward to
for.
the movie.
Yeah, like if they hired like Lars von Trier or like Park Chan Wook or some shit to make this movie, I would like okay, I would be curious just for that, but nothing else. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
do it,
god.
Disney. Don't be a fucking pussy.
Yeah,
So yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. So anything else to say about this bullshit? Other than just being
No.
mad, there's nothing
It
else to
seems like a
say.
bad idea, like a really bad idea, and I'm sure it'll pan out really badly.
And think about it like this, because like if this is successful, and there's a pretty good chance that it will, then that means like
Yeah.
every single Disney animated movie under the fucking sun is going to be like getting a remake.
Yeah,
Like
then
I'm
there's gonna be a Frozen, and then there's gonna be an Encanto live action, and then it's just gonna go on
Tangled,
from there.
yeah, Big Hero
Yeah,
6, you know.
Tangled.
How the fuck
Yeah.
are they gonna pull off a Wreck-It Ralph live action movie? How would that even be live action now that I think about it, you know? So
Long before they attempt like Toy Story in live action.
oh my god. At least Pixar is safe from this equation. At least as far as
That is true. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't announced any live action Pixar movies. Like because you'd think they'd do that because they own Pixar and everything, but I don't know. Pixar is already getting
Yeah.
fresh shit as it not as it is from Disney by not premiering their movies in theaters, and then the one time they did, everyone screamed gay, and then like the movie bombed. So
Oh god, yeah.
yeah, it's really embarrassing and kind of sad. So um next thing, which one would we want to do first? We can do Mario or John Wick 4 first.
I haven't seen Mario, so I suppose Luke
And
hasn't seen John
Well, I
Wick.
haven't
Yeah.
seen John
yeah,
Wick
so and I've
4.
seen
You
both.
guys go ahead
So
with Mario because I'm gonna go see it later this week.
okay. Do you want? I was gonna say, do you want us
Okay.
to spoil it? But then, like, there's nothing to spoil. Like, if you've seen,
I don't really.
Okay, there is one thing you can spoil. There is a surprising element about the film
What?
you can
I
spoil
don't know
about
what
it.
you're referring to, so you'll just have to say it.
I
For me.
really don't care about being spoiled for the fucking Mario movie.
Okay. Instead of Bowser wanting to capture Princess Peach, he wants to marry her. And I thought that was so. No, it's fun.
I was
It's fun.
joking to my
Trust
friends
me.
about this.
Trust
I
me.
was like, Bowser in
It
this
is
movie is
really
like a
fun.
combination of like Lord Farquaad and like Harvey Weinstein, and we were like giggling like for 5 minutes when I made that comparison. Yeah, it's
He's
It
like a
was like
sexual
it was
predator.
sweet and fun. I
yeah,
was not
because there's a
expecting
scene.
that.
Yes,
He's not
no,
a
yes,
fucking
he is.
sexual
Because
predator. Oh my
there's a
god.
line where one of the troops said, "Wait, if she doesn't consent, then like, what are you gonna do then?" And then he fucking kills him for like even bringing up that question. Like, he's anti-consent for women. Like, if that's not a sexual predator, then I don't know what is. So
Age is just a number,
yeah,
Bowser.
Damn.
exactly. Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, I thought it was a fun angle to do
I'm
that
j-
character because yeah, I don't know, it just led for like it led to the funnest
the
parts about
funnest
the
parts
What
of
were
the
film.
those?
movie.
The funnest parts of the film.
I
Like Bowser
Those were
singing
good.
and
I'll
Oh,
allow that.
he
Yeah.
has a musical number.
and like yeah, he starts singing and like it's really cool and like I don't know, it's like just a fun subversion of what you expect like from Bowser
hmm
like
Nice.
normally. Like it's like everyone else is like, "Oh shit, he's going to come and kill us," and then he's just trying to be a
Yeah, it was
sweetheart,
a
you
real
know? Like, I
contrast
don't
from
know.
the
He
opening because
wasn't
like
actually a bad guy, except for like the.
no, he was. He's
No,
like a
he
massive
was.
piece of shit
He
because
was.
like they open the
Yeah,
movie.
but like
Yeah, they
but
open
they
the
had
movie
fun
with
with it.
like I'm sure you've seen this clip in either like a theater or online or something. There's a scene where like he invades like the penguin like kingdom or whatever.
Mushroom.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
god,
the Penguin.
they play the song from Kill Bill, the dun dun dun, you know, like the Kill Bill song. They play so much licensed music. It was genuinely like both annoying and hilarious at the same time. There's a scene where they blast Thunderstruck from AC/DC while they're building their go karts, like the
Lord,
Mario Kart,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is basically that
Yeah.
one scene from Battleship where where the characters
Battleship.
you remember that scene in Battleship where the characters like rev up like that old museum like 1950s battleship to like kill the shit out of those aliens or whatever that invade? That's all I
I'll
can
be
think of.
honest,
Where it's like,
I don't remember much from the Battleships movies,
but they
so
ripped
no.
off Battleship, and they also ripped off a regular show because they have this like training montage, and they play "I Need a Hero," and it's like this is just the
Oh no.
montage from regular show where Mordecai is like training to eat like the eggs from I'm Excellent episode. There were so many like really stupid moments where I was genuinely bursting out laughing, not because it's funny, but it was it was like this is what I meant when I said it's like the Aquaman of animated movies because like the film is so fucking stupid that I was having so much fun, you know. So, um, but the funniest
Incredible.
part is when the movie tries to be take itself seriously.
Oh no.
And it's so funny. Sorry, I spoke too much. Lucas, what do you want to
I
add?
honestly kind of like that holding out for a hero scene. Like, I don't know. It was
I need a hero
yeah,
to
it was like pretty
run
satisfying.
away.
Like even though there was a lot of licensed music, like okay, some of the time they used it like in a pretty satisfying way, like that holding out for a hero scene. Most of the time
Sure.
it was very distracting, like when fucking Take On Me starts playing and shit. It's like they
Oh
got like the most
yeah.
generic like movie soundtrack
When did they
like
play that
ever.
song in the movie? I don't even remember when they. I know they played it, but I don't remember when they played it.
Which song? Sorry.
The Take on Me.
I think it's when like they arrive at like the Monkey Kingdom, and then they were like going, and then like the dude is like, "Yo, do you want to like come with me, and then we can go see the king?" And then like,
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember what
yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was
Seth
Take on
Rogen.
Me there. Oh God, Seth
I
Rogen was so
Seth
awful.
Rogen was awful. He was, but like, not in a way where it's like, okay, it's not like something like I don't know, like Monsters versus Aliens or like the
No.
Lion King movie where his voice was
Yeah.
like genuinely distracting. This it was equally distracting, but it was so funny because like literally right like there's a scene where like he's duking it out with like Mario and he's like revving himself up. He's like, yeah, I'm the best. It's like you're gonna die. It's like I'm the king. And then like right after he says all this serious shit, it's followed by Seth Rogen's annoying fucking laugh.
Yeah, no.
And I burst out laughing because it's such a sharp contrast from like what was going on before. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I did not. It was so like all the other voice actors. It's like, okay, I
I
kind
thought
of
Chris
just,
Pratt was also bad. Like
I
not as bad
just
as Seth Rogen,
forgot.
but like
I think Chris Pratt was just so forgettable that you just forget that he was in the movie. Same with
that's
like
fair. Yeah.
everyone else except Seth Rogen. Like whenever Seth Rogen laughed, I was like, "That's fucking Seth Rogen. This is not a
Yeah.
character in a movie." That
I thought Jack Black
they
was the
signed
only
him
good
up
voice actor.
here just so he could do that
I
stupid
mean, Jack
laugh.
Black's an experienced voice actor as well.
Yeah, that's why like Jack Black was the only good voice actor. Everyone else was just either like fine or like yeah, or Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Like,
Because like
yeah, yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy did not need to be Peach. Like Charlie Day did not need to be Luigi. Like
Luigi was
Keegan Michael
fine. I
Key,
think Luigi sounded
yeah.
like fine. Bowser
Who
was
Keegan
did
Michael
Keegan
obviously
Key's
Michael
tone
Key
great.
was
play?
fucking annoying. I could not stand
Oh
his
god.
voice whatsoever. I hated him.
Yeah,
I hated
no,
him so much. Yeah.
that was not good.
Yeah.
um
If there's like
Charles Martinet have a cameo?
yeah, but I'm not gonna spoil it. You'll see it,
Wait,
but
does
it's
who have
very
a
obvious.
cameo? Oh,
I
Like
can. Okay, I'm gonna predict he's Mario's dad or something.
no.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. Charles Martinet is the original voice actor for
Yeah,
Mario.
yeah.
He's the one who's like, "Mamma mia, it's me!" You know, all this other shit. Wahoo! You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, I was kind of
I wonder, like,
surprised.
because you go ahead.
Oh, say no, I was kind of surprised how faithful Illumination was to this property because this is Illumination. They could wipe their ass out of any sort of sense of
I know why.
creativity or effort or imagination because like if you look at like some of their like Dr. Seuss movies like The Grinch and like The Lorax,
The
they
Lorax, the
clearly yeah, they
anti-capitalist story that they turned into a capitalist story.
exactly. They could give a fuck. Like, so I was kind of surprised how like faithful this movie was to like the
It's
Mario brand.
because
'Cause-
Nintendo had their fucking hands in this. Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
after
Mhm.
that old Mario movie, they were like, "Fuck this! We are not doing any more video game adaptations," and they haven't until now.
Yeah.
So I guess they wanted to be as like really,
Honestly,
really like
we should
accurate as
talk about
possible.
that. We should talk about that old Mario movie at some point. Like, someone should recommend
It was
it.
in my local cinema a few weeks ago for like a
Really,
few one-off screenings.
I genuinely want
Maybe
to
I
watch
should
it and like talk about it. Yeah, someone should recommend it. I really want to watch it and talk about it.
have seen it
So
once. I really don't need to see it again.
yeah, so yeah, John
If anyone's
Leguizamo was
gonna
oh sorry, go ahead.
if anyone's gonna recommend it, that's gonna be you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So
Yeah, no, I don't want to watch that shit.
yeah, I was busy last week watching stuff, and it's like, should I watch the Mario movie? No, probably not. You know, it's like I'm on my bus to like for a for a work vacation for a work trip, and I'm looking at my phone, and I was like, well, do I really want to watch The Mario movie? Nah, probably not. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say because, like, outside of like the hilariously so bad it's good like moments and like the bad stuff we mentioned, I don't really know what else to say. Like, I guess it's just fine, you know. Like, if you have a kid, if you have a baby, or if you are a baby, you know, you'll probably enjoy it. But you know, whatever. So, um, so Luca, would you say is this Illumination's best movie, or
Yeah,
what are
I'd
your
say so.
thoughts?
Like I don't think this movie was even that bad. Like it was just perfectly fine. It was perfectly fine. I was like my expectations were on the
Dumb
fucking
kids movie.
floor. I had to watch this in the dumb kids cinema with like a fucking slide in it and bullshit and like
What?
I
A
I
slide
I'm
in a
not gonna
theater?
go into it now, but I talk about it in my live review of it. Um, yeah. Um, Basically, there's like a kids cinema and there is like a playground as well. It's so fucking stupid, but that's the only show that I was
That's
able to
so
watch
It
it
sounds
in.
dumb.
awful.
It
Yeah.
was it was awful because there was kids there playing, even though I went at the earliest showing possible on a weekday. But whatever. But yeah, no, I thought it was just like a fine movie. Like I thought some of the comedy was like actually pretty funny, like and like some of the moments were decently satisfying. And maybe it's just because it just has like such a breezy pace, like it just flies between everything so quickly that I just like I didn't really feel bored, I guess. Like there just wasn't anything that's like there were a number of things that stood out like as very cringe, as very annoying.
Mhm.
But like overall like it was just meh. Like it was just perfectly mid, and that's honestly all I could really want from the Mario movie. Like
Yeah, I was kind of shocked how much I wasn't cringing. You know, because like the
yeah,
thing I
like
hate about fucking Illumination's movies is that their movies are just they're so cringe because they're so unbelievably lazy and unfunny. Like I remember I tried watching Sing back in the day,
oh
and I
god.
shut it
Oh
off because it's
god.
like I can't handle this. Like, because it's just you know those like fucking carpool karaoke like clips that like James Corden does. That's basically that, but
Yeah.
if it's a whole movie, I couldn't stand it. So I was genuinely surprised that I could actually maintain my attention for the Mario movie. It still wasn't good, you know, but it was like, yeah, it's like you said, Luca. It was just fine. It was just decently
Yeah,
okay.
perfectly
Like,
fine. I liked some of the comedic stuff, like with Bowser. And I really liked that scene. I liked how they incorporated like that ad into the film, like that funny ad, like that.
which ad?
Have you guys seen the clip of like them? It's like the Mario Brothers
Oh,
ad, like the Super
the
Bowl
Mario
thing.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
I see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like that was
That's always been in Illuminations films. They have a lot of product placement.
no, it wasn't
Mhm.
like an advertisement. It was like ugh, never
Oh,
mind.
It
okay.
had to load
You'll
in the
you'll see
movie.
when
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
it.
You'll
Yeah.
see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So,
like yeah, like
yeah.
that was decently funny, and I liked the little scene where they were like trying to fix
Oh my god. Yeah.
the
Sorry.
sync to the like classical music. Like those little bits were all fun. Obviously, also a lot of moments that were just cringe and like unbearable to fucking watch.
I'm just
Like
thinking about the scene where where Mario and Luigi visit their family, and his dad goes, "You're a disappointment. I hate
yeah,
the fact that you're a disappointment." I was laughing so hard. I was like, "What the fuck?"
yeah.
Like I'm serious. This is the Aquaman of animated movies. Because I was laughing
Oh,
so
I'm
hard.
looking forward
It's
to it then.
so many. Yeah, I mean, like I saw this at like a very late showing on a Wednesday, so like there was literally no one in the theater besides us. So like thankfully we could get away with like all this shit. But it was I can't stress how unbelievably like funny it is in like the most unintentional ways possible. Like it's crazy. So yeah. Um
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
nothing that was like laugh out loud, like hilarious, but like, you
Oh
know,
no,
it
yeah.
got a few like puffs out of me, like a few little like smiles and grins. Like it wasn't the worst unbearable thing in the world. And like the
Hmm.
animation's mostly nice and like yeah, like it was just fine. It was just
Yeah,
fine.
this isn't
Perfect
this
middle of the
isn't like
road.
Minions. This isn't like Minions or Sing or like The Secret Life of Pets 2 or some shit like that level of like bad or like the Lorax or Grinch. Like
Yeah.
this is like much better than those.
It's because it's
But
Illumination's best film, that's why. Like
oh, so you like this more than the first Despicable Me? They actually tried with that one, I
I
think.
mean, I do not remember anything about that movie, so yes, I
Sounds
guess
like we
I
should.
do like it more than Despicable Me.
Sounds like I should recommend the whole Despicable Me trilogy one day.
Oh no,
You know,
no!
I
I will
find things.
actively just straight up refuse.
Yeah.
I don't remember the first one being that bad. You know, like maybe
Oh, it
because I
is
was
bad.
12.
It is
Maybe
bad.
because I was like,
It's the only 2 out of 10 instead of a 1 out of 10 in Illumination's filmography.
really okay. So, yeah.
Cannot stand all of
I
their
was kind of
films.
when are they gonna make this kind of reminded me of this Sonic movie. I didn't see the Sonic movie, but like everyone was telling me like how like the Sonic movie wasn't as bad as people thought. It was actually kind of like decent. Like it was actually like fun for kids or
I'd
whatever.
say this was better
So
than Sonic, honestly.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah,
But yeah.
crossover when is it happening?
Ooh, I mean, there is potential.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't like cameo a minion in this stupid Mario movie, you know? So
They have
Yeah. There was a minion at the
minions as part of their
beginning.
logo. Yeah,
I guess
Yeah,
so.
in like
Yeah.
a Mario Kart. But like besides that, like there was no other minions in the movie. Thank God.
Yeah. Thank
Uh,
Christ. Yeah.
yeah.
So, mhm. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's the Mario movie. It's about what you expected.
Yeah,
So,
literally.
uh it's yeah, I'm giving this one a 3 out of 10. It's closer to a 4 than a 2, I guess, if that makes you feel better, but yeah, it's a 3 for me. So,
Yeah, I'd give it a 5. It's fine.
yeah.
It's fine. Some
Mm.
bits are enjoyable, some bits are meh. Whatever.
Jack Black should seriously do more voiceover work. I always take for granted how like experienced and good he is when it comes to voiceover stuff because like he's a big reason why those Kung Fu Panda movies work so well, you know? Like but yeah. Anyway, so speaking of I don't know, John Wick 4, to talk about that one now. This swap Luca out with Jules this time. Because Luca didn't see it. Can I ask you? So you're not a big fan of the John Wick series, right? So I guess I'm curious
No.
to hear like what about these
action
movies don't
movies.
appeal to you? Yeah, I guess like they're because they're action movies, they don't appeal to you. But like, I guess beyond that, like I'm curious to hear your thoughts on like the John Wick movies that you have seen. So.
Well, I've seen John Wick 1 when I was like small, and I don't
Oh,
remember
okay.
anything about it.
Maybe.
And then I've seen John Wick 3. um
How was that?
and that was fine. Like it had fun action, but like I didn't really care about the story and what was going on. Like
Hmm.
I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even really know what was going on because I probably missed some stuff
Well,
in
yeah,
the.
because you skipped the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's the third
John Wick
movie. Of
movies have a
course, you miss
surprising amount of
context.
lore to them.
Well, then
Yeah,
I don't care about that lore, and yeah, I've just.
at this rate, the John Wick universe is about as deep as the Star Wars universe. Let's be real with ourselves here.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, isn't it like, oh, they
Bulletproof
kill the
suits and
dog,
shit.
and then like they all want to kill John Wick because like, yeah, they
no,
hate him.
because in the first John Wick, his wife died, but she left him a dog. But
Left him a
then,
puppy.
yeah, but then, Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones, killed the dog while stealing his car. So he just murders the entire Russian mafia. And then the second one
And
is,
the
yeah,
Italian
the
guy
second
blows
one
up
is
his house.
yeah, the second Italian guy. It's like you have an IOU for me or something, you know, and he's like,
Yeah,
okay, dope.
and he
That's
blows up his
basically
house.
yeah, and then he kills
He
Common
gets so
and
pissed off.
yeah, and Batwoman from the CW Batwoman show. That was fun, I guess. But then he kills the Italian guy in the hotel, and that's like a no-no rule because like the
Uh,
rule in the hotel is that you're not allowed to conduct business on continental grounds. But he killed a guy on the hotel, so he's like excommunicado, which means like he's banned from all just like services. So like he can't get guns, can't get medical help, can't get whatever, you know. And
uh,
so the third one is just like now that he's excommunicado and he has this bounty on his head, then like
On
all the
John Wick
bounty hunters
1, John Wick 1 is him against Russians. John Wick 2 is him against Italians. John Wick 3 is him against the entire world.
basically,
Basically,
and John
okay.
Wick 4 is also that, but it's led by Pennywise but French.
Bill, yeah,
So
Bill's, yeah,
yeah.
Pennywise. And what did we think, Timmy?
Uh, I thought it was good. I really, really liked it. I didn't realize that this was going to be the last one because I
Is it
thought they were
though?
I mean, they said that it was the last one, but I
Didn't they
thought
say
that like
John Wick
I
5
didn't.
was announced? Like, I swear I saw that
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, but like at the same time, I swear to God, I thought John Wick 5 was also in development because I thought they were making them back
yeah,
to
so
back.
did I.
Okay, so I
Well,
was
yeah,
kind
I
of
guess they just
confused.
gave up on that idea.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they never show him dying, so it's spoilers, I guess, for John
Oh
Wick
yes,
4.
spoiler: John Wick dies at the end, or
Yeah,
maybe it's very
maybe. I
ambiguous.
don't know. TLDR, it's who knows. Like, we'll get back to you on that one. Yeah, so yeah, this one was good. I really liked it. I don't love it as much as everyone else, I guess, because everyone was giving this like 10 out of 10, 5 stars, and I was kind
Yeah,
of
it's not a 10 out
confused.
of 10, but
No, nowhere near that. Yeah, like I mean, I don't know why people were so worked up about this one cuz like John Wick 3, I gave the same score. I thought John Wick 3 is still my favorite of the series. I don't but no one gave that one like 10 out of 10. So I guess I was kind of confused, you know? So, but I don't know.
mm,
Yeah, I mean, it's a John Wick movie. You kind of know what to expect. But I think the selling point of this one is that like it's basically all action. I mean, like the other John Wick movies are already that, but this one is
yeah,
straight
that
up
first
just
action
action.
sequence goes for like 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah, and like so many like long takes and like so many like very few cuts. It's like this is what I love about what's his face? The
I mean,
director, Chad. Yeah,
oh,
Chad
Chad
Stahelski. Yeah,
Stahelski.
yeah, it's like he's like a veteran stuntman. Like he's been directing Hollywood movies, like action movies for forever. And like he clearly knows what he's doing when it comes to action scenes. So like doing shit like that and like this the last hour of the movie is just straight up action. Like and it's crazy how well this guy can like keep up the momentum and keep up with like the pacing and like not making the action scenes feel stale or overbearing. It's like really, really great, you know? So um yeah, Jules, what about you?
Well, I've always had a fondness for this franchise. I did
Sure.
really like the third one. And
You're
I
an
walked into this
Italian.
one and I thought it was just really, really excellent. Like
Mhm.
genuinely really good. It's kind of just what I'm looking for in action, where I think that there's like the stories, there's not much to it. Just the way they weave it in with the action leaves me just kind of really satisfied, and just the action is just kind of like non-stop, like kind of is very over the top in this movie, almost like
Yeah,
some sort of anime. Like he's basically a superhero,
it
basically.
practically
um,
is because my
I
dad
mean,
asked me after we saw the movie, he's like, "Is this based on one of those manga that you like?" And I was like, I mean, he's not wrong, you know. So
I mean, yeah, he jumps from like a five-story building, lands on a steel van, and just goes, and then gets back up, and then just
yeah,
keeps going.
he gets hit by a car so many fucking times in this series, and I'm like,
And
"Who
no,
are
he's just
you?"
been
Yeah,
yeeted like. I
yeah.
mean, just yeah, I had some criticisms of it. Like, I
Oh
think that
yeah,
opening fight scene in like the Japanese hotel, like I really liked it, but there was a point where I was just like, okay, this is going on for like
yeah.
a bit too long. If it,
I was genuinely getting bored at some point. Like that, like the
yeah,
first like you know that scene in the end near the end of John Wick Chapter 3 where all those like armored like goons or whatever like
yeah,
raid the hotel. Like it's
raid the
basically that.
hotel. Yeah,
Yeah, it's basically that,
he
but in the
takes
beginning.
so long to kill every one of them, and then like two more always pop out. I was like,
Exactly.
come
Yeah.
on.
And it's just it goes on for fucking forever. Like this one, like I was fine with the fight scenes being stretched out with the scene where he fights Scott Adkins in a fat suit and the essentially just the third act of this movie. I was fine with those because the action in that was
Yeah,
actually like engaging and like kept freshing itself up like every time. But the beginning action scene with like
yeah,
the
that fight
Yakuza.
tension. Yeah, the Yakuza fight scene shouldn't have been as long as it was.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it was
went
just
on for
absurd.
forever. I was like genuinely getting bored. I was like, okay, let's come on, movie. Let's move on here. Let's move on to something else, you know? So, um, but yeah, the I really loved Scott Adkins in a fat suit, and then
Oh
like
yeah.
when he kicks the shit out of John Wick for a bit, like it was like Tekken or some shit. That was kind of funny. I was like kind of amused
All the
by that.
dancers just kept on dancing.
Yeah,
Like, they just
exactly.
didn't
It's
give a
like,
shit.
yeah, don't give a fuck, you know. Oh, people are dying in front of us. Whatever. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, a lot less lore building in this one. Is
Yeah. Um,
kind of disappointing since like that's the other thing I love about this series. Like aside from the action movies, it's like they actually give a shit about like fleshing out their universe and like creating a consistent universe that like makes sense within this like world. And like there's not a lot I get that this is the last movie, so like you don't really need to do that, but like I don't know, like that's what I liked about the other movies, you know? So, but whatever.
yeah, I mean, also another criticism that I had was that I think John Wick is an extremely petty character. Like he
Yeah.
like kills so many people in each of these films, like just because of like someone kills his dog or like blows up his house. I mean, I suppose if you get your house blown up, that's like reason enough to get angry.
No,
But
but like his dog was like a gift from his wife, so like that's not a petty
yeah,
reason at all, you know? So yeah,
then
but
the third one kind of continues into that. Like he's got to escape, and that's fine. But like once the guy in the desert and the takes
oh
his wedding ring, and then
yeah,
they just kind of wrap that up at the beginning of this movie. I was pretty disappointed because then there's like, what's he gonna do now? Like he's just kind of got nothing to do really.
yeah, he was
Like
like yeah, he's like killing me will be a waste of time, and he's like, yeah, but still gonna do it, and then pops him. I was like, you are a petty dick, like Jesus.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I guess some other criticisms
Also,
like, oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say I really liked Bill Skarsgård's character in this film. Like I don't know how you felt about him, but I thought he was pretty
Uh,
good.
his accent was
Just kind of
kind
the
of
way.
distracting, if I'm being honest. Like,
Yeah, he went to
I
the
didn't
Tom
real
Hanks accent club.
yeah, I didn't realize he was supposed to be French until literally like an hour into the movie. I was like, "Oh, wait, you're
I thought he was trying to
French?"
do Italian.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he was Italian. That's why I was so confused why everyone kept calling him like the Marquis de Grama or
Sure.
whatever, and it like takes place in Paris. I was like, "Is this like an Italian Oh, he's going for the French accent. Okay, like I was so confused. Like, yeah. So, but his character, I guess, was fine. Yeah,
Yeah. He just kind
yeah,
of I just liked the state of his character where he's just like it's kind of such like a confident asshole at the beginning and then just
yeah.
slowly he kind of realizes, oh shit, I fucked up so badly.
Yeah, that was
And now I
awesome.
just
I
gotta
really liked the last like 10 minutes of the movie where Donnie Yen and him are doing this like old west duel shit or whatever, and he's like, "Oh no 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 no, you're all good. I'm gonna take the kill now." And
yeah.
then Winston straight up says, "You arrogant asshole," and then John shoots him in the head. That was if that's not cinema, I don't know what is. So
Yeah. Oh
Mm.
god, it's just yeah. But I just thought it was just super fun. That's all I
Super
can
entertaining.
mostly say about it. So yeah, super
Yeah.
entertaining. And
Half the
yeah, I
side
just
characters didn't need to be here, let's be honest. Like Lawrence
oh
Fishburne did
yeah,
not need to come back. Yeah.
I think the biggest that might actually be my biggest criticism actually was the addition of the character, like the black guy with the dog who was just kind of there. Like he really didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Like
Yeah.
half the
I mean,
characters didn't do anything. Like they introduced the that one character who's like the daughter of the guy who was running
Hiroaki
the
Sanada, is that
yeah,
his
that
name?
guy. Yeah, that character. Yeah. She also did not, I guess they're trying to make
I think that's because
spin-offs
they're trying to
because
set her up. Yeah, they're trying to set her up for that
yeah,
John Wick
because
spin-off.
they got this like ballerina movie um with the director of Underworld with Ana de Armas like that they're trying to make, and I think they're also making like a prequel series like about the Continental with like young Winston and stuff. So clearly they're trying to like, even if John Wick is dead, quote unquote, like they're still clearly trying to milk this franchise, because what the fuck else does Lionsgate have these days, you know? Like they've got
Of the
Saw
Hunger
and
Games and
Hellboy.
nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, Hellboy, Hunger Games, you know, like they gotta milk what they can get, you know? So, but
That's such a failing studio.
pretty much, I'm surprised they're still profitable at this point.
They'll
Yeah,
get bored eventually.
they got so fucking lucky with John Wick. I don't know if you know this story, but
Oh
like
yeah, no.
basically, yeah, when the first John Wick came out, literally no studio was interested in it, and like Lionsgate only like
Except
took it on.
Lionsgate.
Yeah, but they were like, eh,
It's their
this is like a
Lionsgate.
straight. Yeah, this is a straight to DVD action movie. Whatever, no one's gonna care about this. But then like it becomes so profitable. Like this fourth John Wick, like it made more money in its opening than it's ever had in any of its other movies. Like that's fucking wild, you know. So, uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, these spin-off characters, I didn't really care for them if I'm being honest, but I don't know. Maybe they'll be interesting in future movies or shows. Who knows?
Like
Who
Donnie
cares?
Yen.
Donnie Yen was great. I really liked him. They actually are. If they're probably not going to make a John Wick 5, but they're probably going to continue the story, because I don't know if you stuck around for like the end credits, but they actually have a mid-credit scene where
Yeah, apparently I just missed that.
yeah, where Donnie Yen is like hanging out with his daughter, but then that character what was her name? Akira, she just like kind of walks up with like a knife and be like, "Yo, surprise, bitch." And like that's it. Like and it's
Oh,
like, okay. That's pretty much what happened in the mid-credit scene. I guess they're setting that up for a future movie in case like this becomes profitable, which it is, but yeah, I don't know, you
yeah.
know. So, yeah. I mean, there's not much to say, you know, like I was
Yes. I just
the last
don't
hour I
have any
really can't.
criticisms, but like yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
have any
really
criticisms. It was just really fun.
yeah.
Like you're about to say, I think that last hour, like
Yeah, I
the
truly can't
radio
undersell.
people.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like, "Hello, it's this goes out to you, John Wick." Like doing some ASMR shit or whatever. Like
ASMR
I
criminal.
Yeah, Luca, if you don't care about this series, just watch the last hour of this film. Like this last, I cannot undersell
All
how
right.
fun the last
How
hour
good.
is. It is literally
He
just
falls
action
down like
scene after
500 flights of stairs.
exactly. It is just action scene after action scene after action scene. It's like it's truly wonderful. So, like this is what I like about like
It's
my
what I
favorite
want to see
action
in
movie.
action films.
Yeah, like this is when it comes to the action movies that I genuinely like, you know, like Mad Max or The Raid or something.
But yeah.
Like those are movies that know what they are, so they prioritize selling their action scenes above all else, and they cram their movies with action scenes. And like that's the thing that you take away, you know? So, but
Hmm.
yeah. Um
Yeah. I think my favorite fight scene was the one in that I forget what that bit of Paris is called, with like the little the big archway with all the cars. I thought that was like a really creative action
the
sequence. Just
the
he got bonked so many times by cars though. It's like he shouldn't have survived.
I get that like
That is
the
a nitpick.
assassin world and like the civilian world are separate, but like is there not any point at like not once where like someone goes, "Can you guys like fight someone else? Like this is a fucking traffic zone right here. Like fuck off
No one
already," you
cares in
know?
this world. They just wanna dance in the nightclub. They don't want care about Scott Adkins.
That's fair. Oh my god, his death was so hilarious. When he's like, he like punches John Wick and he's like, "Why won't you die?" And then like John Wick pushes
I
him off
love it
a
when they
flight
do
of
that
stairs.
line.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
pushes him off a flight of stairs and he has that stupid grin on his face when he pulls the tooth.
I loved his dumbass accent. He was like, "Ooh, very spicy."
Yeah.
He sound he sounded like Tommy Wiseau a little bit.
He did. He's like, "A quandary. You want to kill him, and you want to kill him." It's like, I love
Wait,
him.
also, hey, did you know that the bearded guy, the old guy with, like, the top hat and stuff, do you know who that was?
That was Mr. Krabs, right?
And that was Mr. Krabs.
Yeah,
I
Mr.
couldn't
Krabs is in
that
the
was distracting me. I couldn't take him seriously because I was just like, "That's the guy who says, like, 'Money, isn't SpongeBob.'"
That was kind of unintentionally hilarious when he sets up that like on the hour of this mark you will take 10 paces to shoot like each other
Yeah,
or
some Barry
whatever.
Lyndon shit.
Yeah, I was like, can you imagine Mr. Krabs saying this shit? You know, like,
Yeah.
oh
"Back,
my god.
Squidward, we're gonna duel now."
Oh my god. Yeah, remember I think Tonks from Harry Potter was in this movie. She played
Oh, yeah, like, for 1 second.
yeah, that was weird. She was like the Angelica Houston's character from John Wick 3. Where it's like you pulled your ticket. It's like you want to come back in, you know, it's like it's yeah, it's like things like this where it's like you could just honestly cut this from the film. I mean, like I know that's like the opposite of what I just said earlier about how like there was a lack of world building, but like this is the type of world building where it's like this doesn't matter. Like let's just move on already,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know?
care about this random ass character.
Yeah. So, um yeah, yeah, so many side characters where it's like you don't honestly, Winston didn't even really need to be here now that I think about it, you know? Like I mean, like Lawrence Fishburne
He
especially does not need to be here, but like Winston basically didn't need to be here either. So, but
he
yeah,
got off lightly because he in that last movie, he shot John Wick off a building, and I thought that was gonna have, like, huge consequences, but he's basically like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, we're good at
I
we're still buddies."
I thought John Wick implied that like he intentionally did that, like he because he didn't shoot him in the face or whatever, like it was all a ploy or something. I don't know. Like someone was telling me about this, and I was like, if they did, they didn't really do a good job of setting that up, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's the fourth John Wick movie. It is what it's well, I can't even say it's kind of what you expect because the action scenes in
So
this one,
creative.
like yeah, so creative and like so consistently entertaining. And like if you thought John Wick 3 was crazy, if you thought that oh, he's like riding horses or whatever and kicking the shit out of like motorcyclists or whatever, like they amp that up by like 1,000. That's like it's basically that but
Yeah.
like 100 times more crazy. So and that's what I like about these John Wick movies. It's that they
He
always
he almost slits a man's throat with, like, a paper cut.
exactly, yeah. Like they always consistently like improve themselves, you know? They're always like amping up the
They
action
always
from the
find a way
last.
to not be like, "Bang, bang, guns firing, guns fire
Yeah.
back."
Yeah, it's not like some shitty like Taken style Liam Neeson action movie where it's like
Yeah,
bang bang, you
exactly.
know, you know, it's like guns firing, you know, like there's like actual like heart and passion into like the action movies that are
To
like
find, like, creative ways to kill all the bad guys, like with the, nunchucks in the
yeah.
museum scene.
I don't think this is quite on the same level as like some of my favorite action movies like The Raid 2 or Mad Max, but like it's very much in
Mm.
that same
No,
style, you know?
Spinning Mad
So,
Max.
yeah, so
Also, I think the film was we forgot to mention this, but the film was also just really visually, like, pretty and stuff. I thought there was
yeah.
it's very rare that you see such a, like, a visually, like, nice action movie. Usually they're just, like, bleak David Fincher rain or like just very flat lighting, but
That
I thought
was
this one
the
actually looked
the one thing that kind of annoyed me about that though is that like for whatever reason the movie indulges in some like shitty Zack Snyderisms or whatever where they do fucking slow mo like right when John Wick kills someone. I'm like, fuck off! Like, can we stop doing this already? Like, I hate this shit,
mm,
you know. So yeah,
I don't
but
know, it
yeah,
didn't
I
bore
I
me.
I I know what you mean. Like the cinematography is like, I mean, it's not like the main selling point of these movies. Like that's not what you remember about these films. But like, but what I like about them is that like they don't need to be flashy because all I want in an action movie is just like wide angles, like maybe medium wide shots, and just like keep rolling the action scenes and like only cutting when you have to, you know? And
Yeah.
these are the movies that deliver on that, you know? Like I hate shitty action and like Bourne and Taken and Hunger Games and all this other bullshit. Like this is like the sort of action that I want. And I can't believe that this was almost like a dying trend. Like you could argue John Wick is like
Yeah.
what revitalized this way of like shooting action scenes, you know? So, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
there's much else to say. Yeah.
despite my criticisms, I would just like to say I did really, really love the movie. Like I actually want to see it again, which is very
Yeah, me
rare. I
too.
don't often go see things in the cinema twice in a row. Yeah, it's just really, really great. Just what I want to see in action
Is this
Wow.
films.
your favorite John Wick movie or
I'd say so. I debated
okay.
between like one, 3 and 4, but I think yeah, this is my favorite.
Okay, yeah.
Just they just
Chapter
keep
3
improving. I thought chapter 3 was just gonna be like a total like kind of unexpected fluke. 'Cause I wasn't that huge on number 2,
what do you
honestly.
mean? Chapter 2 and 1 then are just flukes then in that sense, you know?
Yeah,
So, yeah. Yeah, chapter 3 is still my favorite. Chapter 3 was like
chapter 3
more
is excellent.
consistently. Yeah, chapter 3 was more consistently entertaining. This one I was kind of bored in the beginning, but like it more than made up for it. Oh fuck. One last thing. You remember that like overhead shot? It was almost like, you know, like a drone
Oh
shot
yeah,
of
that was
like
great.
hovering
That was
over John
amazing.
Wick, like killing all those dudes
The
with like
yeah
the
the
flaming shotgun, you
yeah
know?
the
Like
flaming shotgun. That was awesome.
that
I
was
thought
sick
that
as
was
fuck. I
excellent.
really, really loved that. And it's like it's not obtrusive in any way. It's not like so obnoxious where it's like it's distracting. It like enhances the action scenes. I can't like stress
Yeah,
enough how great the action looks, you know? So
just yeah, just looks so good when it's like it's done right. It's not like some shitty Steven Seagal movie or like Bruce Willis thing where it's just like they clearly have never handled a gun in their life.
yeah. Steven Seagal has clearly never been in a fight before, despite him saying otherwise. So
Yeah,
uh, yeah,
him
so
being like diplomatic envoy for Russia or whatever the fuck.
yeah. You want to get into ratings or you got anything else to say?
I don't have anything else to say. It's just yeah, really good. I recommend it for most people. I think most people would enjoy it,
Except Luca, of course. So
except Luca.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
She's an action movie hater.
I'm
yeah.
not an
So
action movie hater.
I can't believe that you like Top Gun Maverick, but not this. I find that
Well, I
genuinely
haven't
kind
Yeah,
of
watched
weird.
this
Yeah.
movie, so
No, I mean like John
maybe
Wick.
you
You
just
know,
need to
like
give it a chance. Then.
yeah. So
well, because Top Gun Maverick is awesome.
okay, all
Yeah,
right,
so is
okay.
John Wick.
Well, I'm not gonna go if I didn't like the other movies. I'm not gonna go and then like what and waste my time and then maybe not like this movie as well. You know, like I
Yeah,
could be
but Top
watching other
Gun, the original
stuff.
Top Gun sucks though, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
the
that's
original Top
why
sequel.
Gun is
I,
bad. Yeah.
ex- yeah, but like,
Yeah, but
uh,
what?
But what? Yeah.
shit. Well, I
Got
haven't
him.
seen the original Top Gun, so yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
Yeah.
have
I don't
when I
worry.
was like 12.
yeah. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have this same argument, but opposing sides when we talk about the new Mission Impossible when it comes out. So, because you guys like
Oh,
those
I'm a
movies,
Mission
right?
Impossible. Yeah, I love Mission Impossible, so
Yeah, I don't care for Mission
and
Impossible
Luca will
whatsoever.
finally team up on something action related for once.
Yeah, it's for like the strangest things of all things. It's
I
for
only like.
fucking Mission Impossible.
Well, actually, I don't know which Mission Impossibles I've seen. Honestly, I've
Did
seen
you
the
see
one.
the last one?
I saw the one where like he hangs on the plane,
Oh
and that
wow.
one was like meh. And then I saw like the
That was
one
Oh
fine.
where
yeah,
like
Rogue Nation. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that one's kind of mid. And then like the one where like there's like
Seen
a
the one where he climbs the
helicopter
Burj
battle.
Khalifa?
The one where
That
there's a
one's full. That
helicopter
one's the
battle.
really excellent one.
I really like
Yeah.
that one. Whether he like
That one's
skydives, yeah,
awesome.
that one's sick.
Wait, skydives, isn't that the sixth one? Like he
He
jumps out of the
skydives
plane
in
with
every
Henry
movie.
Cavill. No, yeah,
Yes,
he skydives in
yes.
every movie, but
Oh.
like when he skydives with Henry Cavill, are you talking about that one or?
Yeah, the one where like it ends with like a helicopter battle and he's like
Oh, yeah,
dangling on the
that's the
giant
last
rock
one.
thing.
That's
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
most recent one.
that one's cool. I like that one.
Okay.
You seen the one that the director of The Incredibles and Ratatouille directed?
That was
Which
the
one
fourth
is
one,
that?
right? I think that's the fourth one. Apparently, that's
Ghost
like one of the better
Protocol.
one. Yeah, Ghost
one of
Protocol.
Is that
Yeah.
the one where he climbs the building?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Burj Khalifa. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I've seen the 3 most recent ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the.
Just need to say the
first-
one that J.J. Abrams directed that has Philip
That's the
Seymour
third
Hoffman
one.
as the villain,
Yeah, that's the third
and that's
one.
all you really
Phillips-
need to see.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the first one is Brian De Palma. That was the one where Tom Cruise is all psycho. The second
yeah.
one is
John
John
Woo.
Woo, where there are so many
Set in
fucking
Australia.
doves. And I think honestly, out of how like all the Mission Impossible movies has the dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun, like in the opening intro.
Yeah.
That one has the worst one because it has some like shitty
Just
'90s
this-
guitar like like rock music shit. And then the third one is like Joel said,
That one
it's
is
just
just, like-
the third one's
Second
just
one is
J.J.
just
Abrams with Philip
bad.
Seymour Hoffman. Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
seen the second one well, actually ever. I just know the shitty intro one.
Bad.
Yeah, the third
Really
one was JJ and Philip Seymour Hoffman. I don't know anything else about it.
The bad guy.
I've only seen 1, 4, 5, and 6, and I didn't like any of them. So,
That's
Yeah.
the
J.J.
same
Abrams one, I'd say
argument.
it's-
Like, why do you not like Mission Impossible but John Wick? You see, you can't be calling me out for this kind of stuff. And
wait,
then,
what was the argument again? I forgot.
well, you were like, why do you like Mission Impossible if you don't like John Wick, and why do you like Top Gun if you don't like John Wick? And then like I can just reverse it on you. Like, why do you like John Wick and not Mission Impossible?
Is that what I said? I don't. I
Yeah,
thought I said
that's what
something
you
different.
literally said.
You
thought I
forgot
said
your
something
own
different.
argument.
Yeah.
I forgot all of my own argument. I swear that's not what I said.
That's what you were saying like 5 minutes ago. You were like, how can you like Top Gun but then not John Wick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
So then how can you like John Wick and then not like Mission? I got you. And
No, but like the difference
You on
between
camera,
Mission
bitch.
No,
4K.
the difference between Mission and
4K, caught on 4K.
Got an
4K
8K.
IMAX Mission Impossible camera caught you on that. Yeah.
At this moment, someone.
this is your TMZ moment.
Yeah. Clip
Yeah,
it.
no,
Cut the
I
cameras.
just-
Cut the cameras. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. No, the difference between John Wick and Mission Impossible is John Wick is like just all action. Like Mission Impossible, half of it's
talking about?
action,
Mission
and then
Impossible
half of
is
it is
all
like
action as
shitty,
well.
boring stories. No, come on. Like the fifth
No,
and sixth
what are
one
You
in
guys were
particular
just talking about
are
the
just, like-
shitty, boring John Wick lore and story.
No,
So
the lore is actually cool in
The
John Wick though.
the shitty, boring John Wick law. But like the new Mission Impossible especially is just like all action. Like, what are you talking
No,
about?
it's not.
I
It's
literally
like they-
don't remember any story
is.
about that film. I only remember like it like starts off with like an action
Just
scene. and
every
then they
Mission
go to,
Impossible
like,
story is
an
just like
action
recover
scene.
their nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Action ensues.
Yeah, but like, it was especially egregious in the fifth one because like they have this like dumbass story about like Alec Baldwin's trying to shut down the MIF or whatever because it's like a loose cannon or whatever. It's like no one gives a fuck. Like just go to the action already. And I don't even think half the action in that one was even that great. Like they blew their load way too fast with the fucking plane shit. Like that was cool, but then like no other action scene was like as good as that.
Which
Like
is that the one where they like
that was the
there's
one where
like that
Tom Cruise
water
is hanging
thing?
on the. No, that's the sixth one.
Or
Okay. Wait, no,
Yeah.
wait. What? Okay,
the
I'm
one real
confused.
the
Rogue Nation.
there's one
Yeah, no, that one's kind of boring.
there's a sequence in there's a scene in the sixth Mission Impossible that has Alec Baldwin in it that's aged really badly in
Oh,
light
it's
of
him
current
screaming.
events.
Yeah,
Oh
I know
no.
exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know what that
That one scene
is,
where he
but
pulls the
like,
gun on Henry Cavill and he's like, "I believe this one's loaded."
oh
I was like,
fuck.
"Oh no!"
Oh no.
I can't wait to experience that again when I rewatch these movies. Yeah. So,
It's very funny in
yeah.
retrospect.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new one. I get apparently it's a part one of a part one movie, so there's going to be two Mission Impossible sevens. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
the end of the series. I'm pretty sure.
And what the
Is
fuck is
it?
he doing in this one? Like parachuting
Called
on a
like Dead
motorcycle
Reckoning, and
or
he,
some shit?
it's the first one where
thing
he
again.
actually
He's
looks
doing the
older as
same
well.
thing again. Yeah.
I
Wait,
don't know if
which
you
one was
knew
the
this, but Tom Cruise is almost 60 now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So he's almost running out of stamina finally.
Yeah, he's probably gonna like go back to doing like art house indie movies again. Because remember that like time frame where
Nah.
he was
But
doing
yeah, when he's doing like Eyes
Noah,
Wide Shut,
yeah, Eyes Wide
eyes,
Shut,
yeah,
and like Vanilla Sky and all this other shit, and like Jerry Maguire. Like,
Vanilla
remember all
Sky.
that? Yeah. So, yeah, remember that? Yeah. Now it's like he just does action movies. He does Top Gun and Mission Impossible and Jack Reacher and all this shit. I even forgot about Jack Reacher until I just mentioned it right now. So, um, yeah. So anyway, ratings wise, John Wick
Tom
4.
Cruise is actually.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, say your thing.
I was gonna say, did you guys know that Tom Cruise is actually quite short?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 5'8" or something, right?
Yeah, it's very funny because
Yeah.
he's made to look as tall as the other
As
actors,
the
and you
other
just
actors,
forget that
yeah.
he's actually like quite a short man.
Yeah, because they
He's
did that in
almost
Top
my
Gun
height.
too, right? Because like in order to compensate for the fact that
He
Tom Cruise
stands.
is so
He wears
fucking
like
short.
has like really big boots, or like he stands on like kind of raised platforms a bit to like
Yeah,
look
that or people have to like
taller than
sit
he
down or
is.
like yeah, that or people have to like sit down or lean back to compensate how short Tom is. So I always found that hilarious.
Funny.
Yeah, so but anyway,
Not many people actually know that.
no, I know. Yeah, he can't hide on Tom can't hide anything from me, fucking asshole. So um
Yeah.
yeah,
As a short man, I'd feel insulted that he would try and hide his
He also
shortness.
can't hide his Scientology.
yeah, both things about himself he just can't help himself with. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, fun for real this time. John Wick 4. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was good. It was solid. I really loved it. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I really, really fucking love this film. It's currently my favorite of the year, and it will probably make my top 20 at least.
I mean,
thought
you're
it
gonna
was
change your mind
really
when
fantastic.
Suzume comes out. I'm just saying.
Watch
You know,
Rye Lane.
so
John Wick owns Suzume any day.
shut the fuck up, Jules. I won't hear
Who
that
wins in a
bullshit.
fight, Suzume or John Wick? It's not gonna happen.
Suzume, because she has the power of anime at her hands. That trumps over everything.
John Wick is an anime figure anyway, so he has the power of anime at his hands.
Ooh.
That's fair. You got me there. So, yeah.
Suzume will make less money than John Wick. I'm calling it
What are you
now.
talking about? It's already made like 200 plus mil worldwide.
Oh, I'm right. John Wick beats Suzume any day.
Okay. All right. We're probably going to talk about that not next episode because I mean I'm not going to say my recommendation right now, but our recommendation is going to be pretty loaded next episode. But the episode
Not an
after that,
anime.
yeah. Yeah, no, you don't worry. Yeah, yeah. Did you not know what my record? Because I told Luca about this. I'm surprised you don't know about this.
No, but I guess save it until after
Okay,
Oh
the
my,
fine,
discussion.
fine.
I just know everything. I'm just.
Yeah, Luca
And
knows
Lucas just
everything.
kind of knack at guessing the
Wait,
recommendations
let me check if like the
Yeah.
thing,
to the
all
point
the
where I just don't
things.
let on any information
She's been
anymore.
playing 4D chess with both of us, so she
If
knows
you
our recommendations
watch
before we
like,
even make it.
if you've like watched a movie in like the few recent months or put something onto your watch list, I will know. I will scan that. I will know the
You're the
recommendation.
letterbox librarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She's like,
unfortunate because I don't actually update my watch list that often.
Wow.
yeah. No, Luca's like 5 steps ahead of us. She knows like what we're gonna recommend before we even we even know it ourselves. So yeah. Um
Actually, look at my recommendation. There is quite a few here that I actually am going to recommend.
hmm Yeah. So well, I guess it's time. The
Speaking of the
recommendations. Speaking of
recommendation,
which, yeah. Speaking of which, it was Luca's
And
turn.
Gilman.
Jean Dielman, the
John
meme
Dielman.
itself. Take it away.
Is it a meme?
Our first meme movie.
It's a
Yeah.
meme?
So I mean, it's
It's
number
a
one at
meme.
the
It's a
sign.
meme in the film community.
Yeah, it's a meme in the film community, and it's like it's
Oh,
number one on Sound and Sight poll. I think that was the website or
It's the
magazine or
greatest
whatever.
film of all time.
Yeah, so
honestly,
I mean,
respect.
Get
good on
out of
it.
here with
Yeah,
that
Respect.
good on
shit.
it. You know, like even if well, okay, I'll save my thoughts until when we're deeper into the discussion. So, but yeah, good on it for getting number one. Like Jesus. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so Jeanne Dielman, long ass title that I'm not gonna say the whole thing because I forgot it already.
I'll do it.
Okay, yeah, you do it, Jules.
Okay. Hang on, let me bring it up.
can you speak French, Jules? Is it French or
Uh, no, I'm Scottish, so
What? You're
okay?
fucking
okay.
Australian. What are you talking about?
Oh no, that's my heritage.
I'm
I haven't got any
Scottish.
French heritage.
You can
Yeah,
be
I'm
of
also
Scottish
German.
heritage. Yeah. What are you trying to say, Luca?
No,
That you lose
I
your
Okay.
didn't
heritage
realize
the
Jules was
moment
talking
you
about like. I didn't realize you were
So
talking
what?
about heritage. Like,
I'm
I
not
was so
Korean because
confused.
I'm an American. Is that what you're implying here,
Yeah.
No,
Luca?
no, okay, just I fucked up,
Oh.
fucked up.
Okay, let me just read this title. Okay. Jeanne Dielman, 23, Quai Du Commerce, 2018, Bruxelles.
Okay, wait, no,
I
no,
think
no.
I did
That
that pretty
Perfect.
well.
I'll let me try properly. Oh wait, this is not German.
Timmy has to do it as well.
No, I'd rather we just
Jeanne
get on to the
Dielman,
discussion.
23,
So,
Quai du Commerce, 1080
The
Bruxelles.
discussion will be as long
Jean
as the
Dielman,
movie.
wait.
Jeanne
Jeanne
Dielman,
Dielman,
23, Quai du
23,
Commerce,
Quai du
1080
Jean
Bruxelles.
Dielman.
That's what it
you said
says.
that's so
Jeanne
weird.
Dielman.
Jeanne Dielman. That's how I have it on Google Translate right now. Okay, so
Can you read it? Can you? What does Google translate it as? I want to hear Google's interpretation of it.
well, it says it right because I put the language on French. So I wonder what it sounds like if I put it in English. That's funny. But yeah, anyways, that movie is what we watched. And it pretty much is like about this woman. And it's
Cooks
like
potatoes.
Yeah, cleans.
she's like pretty much cleaning her house, doing her daily activities. It showcases like just a snippet of her life over 3 separate days and this routine that she gets up to and how the world around her pretty much kind of falls apart and she kind of breaks this routine and just experiences this slow and gradual flush of, I guess, loss of identity or crisis. She like slowly kind of breaks this thing that's so
She kinda
close to her.
snaps.
Yeah, she snaps.
Mhm.
That's what I was looking for. And eventually she snaps and something crazy happens, and yeah, that's the movie. And it's very long, but it's purposefully
Yeah, just a
long.
little bit too
Very,
long.
very long.
It's
Like,
purposefully
holy
long,
It's
fucking
though.
4
Christ.
fucking hours.
It's not
It was
4
three-
hours, it's 3
it was
hours.
It's 3.5 hours. Like, let's be real here.
It
It's
is
almost
3
4
hours.
hours.
It's not almost. It's 3 hours and 20
It's
minutes.
21. Yeah, so 3.5 hours, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not almost 4 hours. What are you fucking
But it's
pulling
not
out
like,
your ass?
yeah, but it's not like Lord of the Rings where it's like, yeah, I understand that being 3.5 hours. This is like, well, I'll let Luca go first, and then I'll say my
I
piece.
think
Yeah.
it
So,
is perfect that the runtime is that long because it kind of adds to like this I don't want to say tedious, but like it like really
I mean,
adds into how
yeah.
like the
I think it's fair to call it tedious.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
tedious,
it's more
I
fair to
guess.
call it tedious. Yeah,
But like if you've watched
tedious
it a
and
couple of
exhausting.
times,
That's not
like
even a bad thing in the context of this film.
no, not at
Yeah.
all. But if you watch it a couple of times, it kind of just flows. Like it kind of, it's like I guess it's like in itself, it's like starting a routine. Like when you first do it, it is gonna feel long and tedious, and like because you're still getting into the groove of things. But from the get-go, from this film, you can tell that she experiences this routine and she does it daily. She feels so fluid and natural in what she's doing. And when you watch the film more times, you kind of start to like get like you're putting yourself into this routine as well. Like you kind of start to experience it and know what's happening and you know what to expect, and it starts to feel more fluid and less tedious. So yeah, like it's kind of like a part of like the film's themes. It's a very like feminist heavy film. It's trying to say a lot about like I guess gender roles and just like women in the 70s and what they had to experience.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just it's a great little movie. I will say that like yeah, the runtime even if it like you do expect it more on rewatch, it still is just a lot of just her cleaning. It's like one of those cleaning YouTube videos, you know, except 3
Yeah.
hours. And
I
you
was
know,
expecting some
footage.
like I was expecting some sick like lo-fi shit while she's just like standing there like cooking and like cleaning and stuff.
but
You know?
yeah,
So
it's meant to evoke this
I did try listening to
monotonous
music while watching this.
It is trying
yeah,
to evoke this monotonous feel, but that is very much the point of the film. And yeah, I think it's really great. So what do you guys think?
Well, I think I'd seen this before, like quite a while ago. And yeah, on that first watch, it was such a tedious chore to get through. Like,
yeah.
I did not have a fun time. Then, like when I saw it again, I thought it kind of because I was really dreading rewatching it. I was like, "Fuck, I guess I have to." But
Yeah.
and then like
Wow.
it wasn't like it kind of felt like it flowed faster on the second time. I was like, "Oh yeah,
You see?
like this is still really really long, but like it kind of feels less long almost."
Yeah.
So I didn't have.
Would you say it was still like just as boring as like the first watch though, or
I don't know. Like it kind of just felt a bit faster.
okay?
Like it still was very boring. Like this is like not a fun movie to sit through. Like by
Yeah,
any
this is
means.
not a
Like
movie that you put on with like the bros and be like, "Yo, party time!
I mean,
Let's
hey,
watch
depends
Jeanne
on the
Yeah.
Dielman."
bros.
Yeah.
Depends on
So-
the bros.
That's fair. Yeah.
would watch this with Boris.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was good. So my experience with this film is I have always heard a lot about this movie, and I know that it's very good because I mean it has to be. Why else would it win #1 spot at Sight and Sound Pool? And I also knew what to expect going in because I know this like it's a incredibly long movie of just like a woman doing tedious shit, cooking potatoes and like cleaning and having sex with clients and stuff, things like that And even though I kind of knew what to expect, I still was so bored. But
Wow.
at the same time, though, here's the thing: even though I was so bored and I was so unengaged, I feel like I can't even fault the movie for that because that's the point. Like that's the point it's trying to make. It's like it's purposely trying to make both the film and its world as tedious and monotonous as possible because the director, I think her name is Chantal Ackerman. I think her name is like she purposely, essentially, like is like structures the film this way because she wants us to understand what the main character is going through. Like because she herself like is experiencing what we're feeling. Like because she's clearly like just not like she's like a lit fuse. You know, like she's currently like she's clearly about the on the brink of snap, and the only thing that's like keeping her together is this repetitive, like boring cycle of like cooking potatoes, cleaning, you know, like making the bed, all this other shit. So it's like on the one hand,
Turning off the lights.
yeah, turning off the lights. Like so on the one hand, I understand what it's going for, and it very much accomplishes what it wants to accomplish. I think it does a great job. But at the same time, though, it's weird. Like I feel like this is one of the few movies where my personal feelings, whether it's positive or negative, really doesn't matter because that's the goal that the movie is trying to accomplish. Like, you know what I mean? You know, like I was so bored, but that was what the movie wanted me to feel. You know, like that's why this film has this ridiculous gargantuan runtime because like it's trying to convey the same emotion that the character is going through. So when she finally snaps, like it's kind of like this almost release of tension, you know? So it's like it's kind of hard for me to really like gauge the film in that sense, you know? Yeah, it's a payoff, I guess. I mean, the ending is kind of dumb if I'm being honest. Like the grunts that the guy makes it's like that kind of made me laugh if I'm being honest. So yeah.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like it's making fun of you in a way because like it's almost like trying to get you to like just kind of drift off into other thoughts or like I suppose now would be like to pick up your phone, but then because she's so fixed on her daily routine as well, and we're meant to be so fixed on watching her do that because so anytime we think about doing anything else we're like no we have to watch this film. I have to pay attention. I can't be looking at my phone. And that's kind of how she feels as well because she just has she doesn't want to do anything else really. She doesn't want to have a single second to herself. She just has to be doing something always.
Yeah,
Basically.
because like that's the thing that preoccupies her mind, you know, because like this is clearly a woman that's not in the happiest of moods. Like she clearly is depressed and she's clearly in this like mental state and she distracts herself with all this, you know, these chores and monotonous cycles. So like when her routine like breaks because like her schedule gets fucked up or something, you know, like and she just kind of like sits there on her chair and just goes and like she kind of like thinks about her like she kind of like self-reflects and kind of thinks about like where her life is going, and you could argue that's kind of like the catalyst. I mean, like there were other catalysts before because like something happened during the second client meeting, I think, where like things just started fucking up. Like she forgot to turn off the light. She accidentally left the potatoes like in like the pot or whatever. You know, like things like that. She forgot to put the lid on where the money is being kept. Like her routine is being fucked up. But then at the same time, you have this moment of self-reflection where she goes, "Wow." I mean, she doesn't like explicitly say it because this is an incredibly subtle film. Like this is very much like a movie that relies on.
That would be funny if she did though. She just went,
like
wow, I'm overcooking my potatoes.
Yeah, it's like a Ryan Reynolds bit. It's like, wow, really nothing is happening. Like my life kind of sucks.
Fuck, I'm
There's
gonna
some
get
shit like
I'm gonna get ChatGPT to write that later.
Oh god.
Yeah, but it's a film that kind of just it's kind of like an immersive experience type of thing where you know it's a long movie and you just sit there and go, wow, I am bored, but
Yeah.
the
I
movie
did not
wants me
feel
to
that at
feel
all,
this.
honestly. Like
Really? Okay.
I don't
I
feel
mean,
bored at all when watching
I
it.
didn't
maybe I'll
believe
feel it
that, honestly.
yeah, maybe I'll feel differently in a second watch because again, this is my first time viewing this film, but I can't stress enough how bored I was. I was checking out like so often every now and then. So
Yeah.
That is by design. Like,
yeah,
I think
again, I can't even
everyone's
fault the movie for that. Yeah. So
yeah, I think everyone's first experience with this film is just like so painful, really.
yeah.
Because that kind of lines up to how my experience was watching this the first time, and yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Luca, did you want to say something?
Well,
Yeah.
my first experience, I don't know if the film is like trying to make you feel bored. I think it's just trying to create a like repetitive feeling, like monotonous feeling. It's trying to get you into the mind of her like experiences. Like, so when I first watched it, I was like, okay, this is doing a really great job at like providing context for how this character is feeling and like her day-to-day life. It didn't really, I wasn't really ever bored, but yeah, there are moments where like you definitely feel the drag, but I don't feel like that's really the drag because of boredom. I think that's like the drag just because of like the mindset that you're in like that kind of environment, I
Hmm.
guess. Like if you had to be doing all this stuff, like you would definitely feel this burnout. You definitely feel like this, like the day like grinding to a halt as you have to like do all these things and maintain all these things. And that's why the littlest of things that go wrong are the things that like make you feel the most shit, because
Yeah.
like you're so used to everything falling perfectly into place in this perfect routine. But as soon as you like mess up the cooking, then you feel bad because like a lot of like this film is like you guys were saying that like the routine kind of keeps her in check, but she's also trying to like provide for the people around her. She's trying to take care of her son. She's trying to like help out with the baby, like the I think it's the neighbor's baby or like her friend's baby or something. Like she's still evoking a lot of care in the world, and like she's like trying to get like, and it's like a very like providing context on like, you know, like typical gender roles for women. They're supposed to be the ones that cook and clean and blah 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 blah, but they're also supposed to be the ones that care and like nurture. um and like when she feels like she can't deliver that anymore, when she breaks from this routine, she fucking snaps. And I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but she kills someone. Like she
Yeah, she does. She kills the man.
yeah, she kills one of her like clients, I guess, that she's
Lions.
sleeping with. She's like, fuck this, grabs like a pair of scissors and then just fucking goes to town, like just stabs him. And like,
Yeah, just
and there's like all these
gone
little
girls him.
bits and pieces that add up to this like this moment, you know, like and like you kind of understand, because we all like have these moments where you're like everything, it just feels the same. Like I don't know whether it's like every fucking day you go to school and you come back and you have to do the dishes
Yeah,
and you like blah blah blah, and like as soon as like the smallest things go wrong, you just you break, you start to feel like agitated and annoyed. And this woman, specifically in the film, you are provided the context like it's only through 3 days, but with the first 2 days alone, and even the third day, like it is showing her doing the exact same thing, and you can only imagine like how long she's done this for. Like, and so it makes total sense when when like everything starts to go wrong and she starts to realize that she's trapped in this cycle, that she just absolutely fucking snaps and like kills someone, you know. It's like that's how much this monotonous life has affected her. And yeah, I think
yeah.
it's brilliant. I think it's a fantastic film, and even though it
Could
does feel
could
tedious,
very
like
much.
that's the point of
It
it.
does feel very tedious.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
could very much relate to like the all the stuff about like routine, because as someone who is still at high
Yeah.
school, little baby. Like I'm in like a constant cycle basically, where I wake up, eat breakfast, and then just do my shit for like 6 hours, and then come back, and then I've been in that for like 6 years, even more considering I was in primary school as well. So
Yeah.
it's just like I can relate to just doing the same thing every day, and like usually at the end of like every term of school, I just get so fucking burnt out. I'm just like, let this end already, just so I can take a break.
Yeah.
And it is very because I did watch this movie on I'm on holidays now, and I watched this movie on one of my last days on one of my days off, and yeah, it was quite a nice reflection on myself and routine and all. Not to say that I ever killed a man with like scissors or anything, but
But the thing is, it's like
'cause I didn't.
this is someone that like never gets those holidays, like never gets those times to
Yeah,
to
exactly.
breathe,
She
you know?
never gets a break.
Yeah.
He's been doing like because you do different classes each year, and like
Yeah.
there's different classes each day even. But she's done the same thing for like, was it 5 years or something else,
Yeah, it's
some
crazy.
length of time.
Yeah.
To think she's been doing that like just 365 days is like a year for like multiple years. Like that'd drive anyone insane, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Perhaps not to that degree, but
But yeah, do you have anything else you want to say about it, Timmy?
I mean, I feel like there isn't much I can say because of how I feel. Because
Yeah, like
you know,
that's the
like this
thing
is one of
about
the
this film. It's like it's very cut and clear about its
what do you
themes.
really say about it? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
unless you're looking
like
at
it's.
it like
I mean, like
not on a surface level.
this is a film that very much like it makes its case and its themes very obvious and like very apparent. But it goes about it in a very interesting and unique way. So yeah, there isn't really much I can say because like it's very like clear cut and straightforward. But yeah, like I said, like all I can really talk about is how I felt about it emotionally. Because like this is a very technically well made film. Like I really loved the sound design. If I'm being honest, like the sound design was fucking awesome. Like um, just like hearing like
When she turned off the light. Oh,
yeah, like turning off the light and just like hearing like plates like clink against like metal and stuff like that, and just like I like when the movie's this long and this tedious, like you just kind of tend to focus on like the little things that you never really thought you would focus that much, like the sound design. And I did like how it was shot. Like usually when a movie is just like long shots and it's very static, I get annoyed by that because I consider that really lazy. Like a lot of like shitty comedies like have the same type of cinematography, but here like it,
oh, I think his
It
power went out again.
seems like it did. Well, I guess I'll take this opportunity to jump in and talk about the technical aspects. I also like that it's like,
Yeah, sure.
it's very typical nowadays. Like if something's in like a boxed sort of like ratio, like it's like, oh, like they are living in this constraint, they're living in this box essentially, kind of shit. Like you see The Lighthouse. I don't know, other stuff that has like small, but like
Yeah.
like yeah, Mommy as well, like,
Me.
but like it makes sense. And it's a great visual way of like suggesting the characters like emotions, like they are trapped in this box, they are like feeling constricted to these feelings and emotions. And yeah. But yeah, and also like I don't even know if we said this, but the performances, like her performance is fantastic. Like how she's able to convey like these range of emotions.
she
Like
was
even
great.
herself, she feels like quite static. But when she's been through this, like like when she's living this monotonous life, that's like the kind of emotion she's gonna evoke. And
She
yeah.
barely even. Yeah, she barely shows any emotion. Like She doesn't even talk to her son. Like the only thing she says to him is like,
Yeah, but
don't read at the table or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
which was weird because like they barely talk as it is, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, that's the point. But basically, like
oh yeah, Mhm.
they clearly don't have a good relationship because she's just
But
kind
she's
of
also trying to like
almost
help and
robotic
care,
in a
like I
way.
said. Like she's like, oh, let me
Mhm.
help you with your book. But like, yeah, even like she's just
Yeah.
so disconnected from the people around her. Like even like, they don't really show much of the sex scenes, but like she even in those sex scenes, she's like still very like still just get it over and done with. I mean, and which makes sense, obviously. Yeah, she doesn't like it. It's
I mean,
uncomfortable.
she clearly doesn't like it, but it's
Yeah,
like
literally.
it's like the only way she
Um,
makes money, really.
And
Yeah.
and that's why I like love that like closing shot, like like with her, she's just sitting with the blood. It's like this is like the slowest bitch goes crazy movie ever. Yeah. Yeah.
You could sum it up like
And
that.
I love
yeah, I
bitch
guess
goes
so.
crazy
Yeah.
movies. That's
Yeah.
my favorite genre of movie. So, yeah. We love to see it.
Those are awesome.
hmm
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we love it. Yeah.
you kind of got cut off there, Timmy. So I don't know if you want to finish those thoughts that you were saying. You're talking about
I don't
the
even remember what I was
cinematography.
saying. I was just adding to
yeah.
like the technical aspect. Yeah, no, like I said, yeah, the cinematography is really nice. You know, I like the use of wide shots and long takes. You know, it's like there are very few cuts in the film, and I kind of appreciated that. You know, like because you know it helps
Yeah.
absorb into the environment. It's all things I just said. Yeah.
Cool.
So, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I wish. I mean, I wish I had more to say, but like there isn't really much to say, you know. It's like it's very clear cut, it's very dry, you know. So but I think that's what makes it good at the same time, you know. It's like kind of hard to talk about, you know, like I'm sure we'll get into ratings, but it's like this was like one of those movies where I actually had a tough time deciding what to rate it, because it's like on the one hand I like my emotional attachment to this film was just not there, but but like that's what it's going for, and like it's also really incredibly well made. So it's like it's tough to like gauge this. I feel like I'll be more.
Well, we might as well
confident
go
in, like,
into
a
rating.
rewatch,
So what did you give
you
it
know,
based on those feelings?
probably like
Yeah.
a 7 out of 10. I think that's fair. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know,
I'd give it the same.
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I watched it again, I was like, this film is like awesome. And it's like teetering between an 8 and a 9. I think right now I'm on an 8, because even though I love it, it's not something that I can just slap on every day and watch. Like, even the runtime gets to me, you know. Yeah, it's like,
Oh, what if you're not
yeah.
committed?
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
party movie.
it is
It's like hell yeah, it's fun.
it is a very big commitment. But yeah, I think an 8 out of 10 is appropriate. I still really like it and what it's trying to say. It feels like a very important film. And yeah, like it's like
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
Mhm.
And it grows on you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah.
I already
we
gave my
have you
rating as a
know.
7 out of 10.
But yeah,
That it's yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, good good discussion. Yeah, I'm glad I can at least say that I've seen it now. Like, because this is one of
Yeah.
those movies where it's like everyone talks about how good it is. It's like it's on everyone's like lists of like best movies of all time, you know, like film nerds really love it. So
Yeah.
I can at least say I've seen it now. So, you know.
I don't think I've ever met a person that actually
I
like
really
really loves the film
like
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, but like not
Yeah.
like that you rate it like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like
Say it's
no
like
one
the
talks
greatest
about
film
this
of all
in the
time.
same way. It's like, oh, it's like The Godfather, you know, or
I
something.
feel like it's
that,
Oh,
not
you know?
my
that's just
favorite
okay,
movie,
something.
but it's like a
Yeah,
movie that a
so,
lot of
mhm.
people appreciate and like respect a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the best way I can like sum up my feelings about the movie. It's a movie that I respect more than I actually like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
It's not a movie that I'll ever
It's
forget. Like I've never.
yeah. Like you're not
I don't think this
gonna
is ever gonna
ever
like
forget the
leave my
experience of
my
having to sit
memory.
down to watch
I'm-
fucking.
I'm not gonna forget
Jeanne
this movie anytime
Dielman.
soon. Saying
Mhm.
they're gonna be like the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
yeah, which
I'm
I
just gonna be
forgot like
thinking.
literally 70% of like a couple
Yeah,
days after I
exactly.
saw it. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah. So quick questions, and then let me
Okay. Well,
recommend
good
my
thing
thing,
I
and
only
then
have.
get the hell out of here. So yeah, my power is still currently out right now, so I'm experiencing
Yep.
what Luca experiences, like I'm sure every day or something. So
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys do
yeah.
this one quickly, and you kind of
I'm the
talked
only one with
about
the
it.
good power.
From Matthias, topical
Sure.
question for next episode, well, this episode. With John Wick 4 hitting theaters, how would you rank the John Wick movies?
I think I already said right.
Oh, did
From
you?
best to worst, 3, 4, 2, 1. There, done, easy.
Okay.
I'd say 3, or 4, 3, 1, 2.
Oh, you
Okay.
like John Wick 1 more than 2? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. They're basically all just kind of in the same vein. So yeah, it's just personal preference at that point. So.
I guess I would go 3-1, but like that mine means fucking nothing. So
Yeah, that means nothing to us. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Okay, cool. That was an easy one. Okay. Question from Turn the Light. I don't know if they were trying to ask what is the funniest movie you've ever seen or the funnest movie you've ever seen. They said
the
funnest,
funniest.
but like it is not spelled correctly. So I don't know if it was
so
funniest
it can
or
mean
funnest.
either.
It could mean
Go with
either. So we
funniest.
could just answer both.
Yeah, I guess
That's
so.
true.
Jeanne Dielman, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come and see the funnest movie ever.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ooh, I don't
Funniest
know.
movie. I'd have to think about that one, but
So, yeah,
funnest movie.
Yeah.
This movie and funniest movie might be one and the same. Actually, it might be like
Well, something could
Borat
be
or
like
like Bruno.
fun for like its set pieces and action, but then something could be like funny for its comedy, you know?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking more something like that
Yeah.
along the lines.
So
you know,
if we
like
could try like split those two, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funniest movie. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, I think Doctor Strangelove is like one of the best comedies ever made, but like
Yeah,
that's not
true.
like that's not a movie I slap on to like go, oh, I need some like entertaining romp for like an hour and a half or two, you know? Like Doctor Strangelove's a comedy, but like I respect it so much. Like I need to like focus on the things that are happening along with like laughing at the jokes. If I'm just there to laugh at the jokes, then like I don't know, like that's a tougher question, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that one a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think in terms of like fun movies, probably something like Kill Bill is a really fun movie. And like kind of satire shit like Wolf of Wall Street and like American Psycho. I really enjoy just for like their absurdist nature.
Yeah.
In terms of like funniest movies, I do really love Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Obviously.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do really love Doctor Strangelove as well. I have a really big affinity for Borat and Bruno. I really love those films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, I would also
mostly
say that, like,
satire stuff. I'd say that's like my type of humor.
yeah, that and just like I would say So Bad It's Good movies are also like could be
Oh, yeah.
equally applicable to both.
I could watch
Funnest
Killer
and
Bean
funniest
forever,
movie.
any day.
Yeah, like watching The Room and like all this other shit is just like so fucking hilarious, you know? Like I remember when I watched all the Twilight films, I was like, these movies are so fucking stupid that I'm kind of having fun.
Yeah.
Because they're so funny and how like the dialogue shit, the directing shit, everything shit. You know, it's kind of funny on that end as well. You know, so Yeah, but I guess like when it comes to like entertaining comedies, like I think of TV more than movies because like I don't really go to movies for that kind of experience, like TV kind of fits that role. Like a lot of like my favorite like comedies, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or The Good Place or Xavier Renegade Angel or some shit like that, like those are I think of when I think of just like entertaining comedies, so
Yeah. I think in terms of funny for me, it's pretty recent, but like Triangle of Sadness is like
Oh yeah.
is
Yeah.
like fucking hilarious. Like hardest I've laughed in cinemas in like recent memory. So
Mhm.
and
I
like
was
in
like
terms
hysterical laughter when I saw
of
that.
yeah, literally.
Oh, here's one. The Cornetto trilogy. I think that's also applicable to both
Oh
funniest and
yeah,
funnest.
yeah.
Yeah. Because like I still giggle at like some of the
I
jokes in
love
like
Hot
Shaun of the
Fuzz.
Dead and Hot Fuzz. Yeah, in The World's End. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In terms of fun, like Rocky Horror Picture Show is like always like
I've still never actually seen that.
tons
I
of
still
fun.
haven't seen it either.
Wow. Yeah, no. That is like you gotta watch it in cinemas, like with all the fucking gays. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Always fun.
I don't
I
know
really
if we're
love
around
A
to be
Town
showing
Called
it.
Panic. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys have seen that movie.
Yes.
I've seen
Have-
clips
Yes,
of it. I
I've
haven't
seen
seen the whole thing. Yeah.
I
That
love
movie.
Atomic Panic.
If you want to know what goes on in my brain and how it operates, that is the movie. I
Yeah.
think it is.
That's
so
probably an
much
accurate
fun.
summation of my brain as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
like
Yeah.
Town Called Panic, very fun. Yeah, I don't
Watch
know.
Atomic Panic now.
I feel like
I'd
some.
recommend it.
Yeah. Recommend Town Called Panic. Yeah, I'd love to sit through the whole thing.
I want to see it again.
Yeah, I don't like.
Some
I
Coen
guess...
Brothers movies are also pretty funny. Like I
Oh
know
yeah,
Fargo
Burn
isn't a
After
comedy.
Reading. Burn After Reading.
But after
actually.
reading's hilarious.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
Burn After Reading, but I've seen
Yeah.
clips of it. They're some of the funniest shit I think I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Burn After Reading's actually like a up there.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think we answered those questions. Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh, The Climb as well. The Climb.
okay.
Oh
It
yeah,
always
The
goes
Climb
back
is
to that
fucking
one.
fun.
Yeah.
that's the type of humor I enjoy as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That me too. That is
Also
one of my
enjoy
favorite
a
I can't believe Kyle in that movie directed 80 for Brady. Like what the shit?
I still need to see 80 for Brady.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to watch 80 for Brady, honestly. Like,
But it's made
There's
by
no one
the
you've-
Klein people.
I know, but
Yeah.
you just said it in a way where you suggested it might be bad. So
No, I haven't seen it, so it might be like this 10 out of 10 masterpiece that I've never seen. So
True.
A lot of people were saying
Oh,
like, "Oh, it
how
wasn't
am I
as bad as
forgetting?
I thought."
Also, just
Yeah.
like most of the Wes Anderson films are really fun.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Mr. Fox, Dodging Unlimited, love them.
Oh,
yeah.
I fucking forgot the fucking Crank films. Yeah, the Crank films. So much fun.
Yeah.
hmm
Pirates,
Like-
Jules, Pirates.
Oh yeah, of course, Pirates.
yeah.
Love the humor in those.
hmm
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I really love the humor in that. Just the kind of really just fucking dumb shit, and just all the jokes in it. It's so good.
I really hope one of us recommends that movie because I haven't seen that film since
Oh,
I was.
I
a
am
kid.
going to.
Yeah,
I am
if you're going
going
to
to.
recommend Willy Wonka, you might as well recommend the shitty Tim Burton remake or whatever.
No.
So
I don't know what you're talking about. There's never been a remake of that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I guess so. Yeah. what
Totally
am I
just
talking
check
about?
my letterbox page for my rating of that film,
That's
just so you can
actually
see how
coming
much I
to
like it.
cinemas near-
Yeah,
soon
I don't
near
The
have a
remake
rating
or the
for
new
it
or the
'cause-
old one.
the old
Yeah,
one.
I don't have a rating for it since
Oh, you
the
should go
last time
see
I
it.
saw it, I was like 8 or 9, so I haven't seen Willy Wonka in a long time. So yeah.
That's one of Jasper's favorites, Willy Wonka.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
shout outs, Jasper.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So anyway, I gotta head out in a bit, so let's just jump into recommendations.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right, what's
Cool.
your recommendation?
Yeah, so it's my turn, and I think it's a free month. It's a free month just so I can make this happen. So for those of you who don't know, there's a new Evil Dead film coming out in 2 weeks.
No, it's
So
not.
I figured, or maybe not for Luca, I don't know, but I guess in honor of that, and for me to finally talk about these movies and rewatch them, I figured, fuck it, let's do it. I want to recommend all the Evil Dead movies, every single last one of them. So, for those
Including
who don't
the
know,
remake?
yeah, including the remake. So we're gonna be watching the Evil Dead, the first Sam Raimi film, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead remake, and if you've seen it at that point, Evil Dead Rise. I want us to do all Evil Dead for the next episode. So yeah. So Jules, you can take
Wild.
solace in the fact that it's not an anime. So yeah.
Yep.
Finally. Like, I always forget, but like pretty much every single one besides like Thief of your recommendations has been
And
an
Southland
anime.
Tales.
Oh, well, yeah. And Southland
Yeah.
Tales. That, yeah.
You could argue that's what deterred me for recommending more live action movies than just anime. So, yeah, but I'm honestly super hyped to talk about Evil Dead with you guys. I love these movies. You guys have seen all the Evil Dead films, right?
I haven't seen Army of Darkness and the remake.
Okay, cool.
I have not seen the remake.
Okay,
seen
yeah.
the original trilogy, though.
I feel
And
like
it
the remake
sucks
will make.
because, like, I'm so hyped for Evil Dead Rise. It's actually, like, one of my most anticipated movies. And,
Yeah, me
like,
too.
it's not fucking coming out here. Well, it doesn't look like it's coming out here.
It probably will. Like, if it can premiere Suzume, then it can appear fucking Evil Dead Rise.
There's
like,
no
come on.
listings for it, and it's supposed to come out, like, in 2 weeks, so I have no clue what's happening with it.
Well, we just gotta hold out hope now, don't we?
Yep. Unless they, like, decide to do the weird thing like they did with Barbarian and only release it in October because it's a horror movie.
I don't know. I guess.
But they have a listing for this weird, stupid Boogeyman movie, so, like, why is Evil Dead Rise not here? I don't know.
I don't know. So, but yeah, I'm curious how we all think about Evil Dead remake, because I guess I'm the only one who's seen that, but I don't really like. I didn't like it the first time I saw it, and I haven't seen it since then. So, but yeah, cool. Great. This is so awesome. I'm so hyped. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the Evil Dead movies, 3 of them directed by Sam Raimi, and the other one directed by the guy who made was it Lights Out or Don't Breathe? They both have similar titles. I don't remember which one he directed.
Don't Breathe, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Guy who
both,
made Scary
watch out.
Stories to Tell in the Dark, I think.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Don't.
He didn't make that.
If you don't want
Was
to
that-
be spoiled, watch these movies. But I'm pretty sure everyone has seen these movies at this point. Cool. Evil Dead.
Yeah.
So excited.
Ooh,
Evil Dead.
So yeah, I always wanted us to talk about a Sam Raimi, and now we get to talk about 3 of them. So bada boom, bada bing.
Hell yeah.
2 birds with one thing. Yeah. So
Nice.
cool. Yeah. So anyway, thank you
Alright.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Alrighty,
Happy John
bye.
Dielman. Yeah. Cook potatoes
Yeah.
and clean your
No,
house.
overcook your potatoes. Yep. Goodbye.
Nope.
Bye.
Or you might just end up killing someone.